While solving this question, how many cases are there where the result of powers is 1? If you know that, if you see it, you can easily reach the answer. That's our goal here. We're trying to see when the result becomes 1. Come on, let's talk about this question together. Don't forget, when it comes to powers with consonants, the result, if we want the result to be 1, we need to remember that there are exactly 3 cases here. So, what are these cases? Let's talk about them together now. The first thing you need to remember is this. The first thing you should think of for the result of powers to be 1 is the possibility that the base is 1, because you know this. All powers of 1 are 1. So first we will look at this. When the base is 1, the result is 1. So let's try to make the base 1. As the first case, I will write this right away. What is our first case? It's that the base here is 1. Let me say this right away. The x minus 5 in the base can be equal to 1. If x minus 5 is equal to 1, since all powers of 1 are 1, the result will always be 1. If we move this minus 5 to the other side right away, it moves to the other side as plus 5, and 1 plus 5 gives us the first value of x as 6. The second thing you should think of in this type of question is this. Another possibility for the result to be 1 in exponentiation is as follows. If the base is negative 1, then the exponent above, if it is an even number, the result is equal to positive 1. Let's show this right away. You can say this. For example, the even power of negative 1, which I'll denote as 2k to show it's even. We know that the result of an even power of negative 1 is positive 1, because for negative numbers, the even power of a negative number turns positive. And what are all the powers of 1 equal to here? It's equal to 1. So, the second situation we need to consider here is this. When the base is negative 1, I want the exponent to be even. Let's talk about this situation together. I'm writing this down right away as the second case. The base needs to be negative 1. To make the base negative 1, you set up this equation here. If we move the negative 5 to the other side, it becomes plus 5. And from here, 5 minus 1 gives 4. This is usually the part where the most mistakes are made, because people immediately take the result as 4 here. Most people accept it, but you can't just accept 4 right away here. A moment ago, we talked about this. We thought that the base had to be negative 1, but the exponent above also needed to be even at the same time. Yes, here we set the base equal to negative 1, and we made sure the base became negative 1. For the base to be negative 1, x must be 4. But let's not neglect this point here. If I write 4 instead of x in the base here, yes, the base will be negative 1. But when the base is negative 1, is the exponent above actually an even power? This is exactly the point where everyone forgets and makes a mistake. So, when the base is negative 1, you need to check whether the exponent above is even or not. If the exponent above is not even, you cannot accept the case where the base here is negative 1. So, what I mean is this. Yes, when we write 4 instead of x, the base becomes negative 1. But what we need here is the even power of negative 1. Look, what do you get when you write 4 instead of x here? When you write 4 instead of x and put 4 in the exponent part, 4 squared is 16. What do you get when you subtract 25 from 16? Here, you get negative 9. So this is what you end up with here. When you write 4 instead of x, the base becomes negative 1. When you write 4 instead of x, the exponent becomes negative 9. But you can't say this here. Negative 1 to the power of negative 9. That is, the power of a negative number with an odd exponent is negative. So here, the result will be negative 1. But they wanted the result to be positive 1. Here, negative 1 is not equal to positive 1. This is the part where everyone makes a mistake. Here, even though the base is negative 1, they don't pay attention to whether the exponent above is even. And here, they accept x as 4. But we can't take 4 here, because we see that the exponent above is not even, so I can never accept this x equals 4 here. We need to eliminate this option. The third thing we need to mention here is this. And the final situation is as follows. We also know this about exponents when the result is supposed to be 1. The 0 power of any number is always equal to 1. So here, we should also consider the possibility that the exponent is 0. If we make the exponent 0 here, yes, the result will be equal to 1. So this is what I'm talking about. I'm saying that the exponent here needs to be 0. In other words, if the exponent up here is 0, the result will be equal to 1. Because the 0 power of a number is equal to 1. There's another thing that's often forgotten here, and that's this. We know that 0 to the power of 0 is undefined. That's why we can say that the exponent should be 0. But at the same time, the base should not be 0. So while making the exponent 0 here, we should also keep in mind that the base shouldn't be 0. Because 0 to the power of 0 indicates an indeterminate form. Now, let's examine the case where the exponent, that is the power, is 0. We will examine the case where x squared minus 25 equals 0 together. If I move minus 25 to the other side, x squared equals, it will be found as plus 25. Here, I am looking for a number whose square is 25. While writing the number whose square is 25, two numbers came to my mind. Here, for its square to be 25, either x must be equal to 5 or x must be equal to minus 5. Because the square of 5 is also 25. The square of minus 5 is also 25. But just a moment ago, I mentioned this. We should have paid attention to this here. Yes, you want the exponent to be 0, but you don't want the base to be 0. In other words, in this type of question, 0 to the power of 0 indicates an indeterminate form, and I cannot accept this. Therefore, while making the numerator 0 here, we should try not to make the denominator 0. So here we found the values that make the numerator 0. But do these values also make the denominator 0? When you substitute minus 5 for x, you will see that there is no problem. If you substitute minus 5 for x, the base will be minus 10. The numerator will be 0. 0 power of minus 10. Of course, we can say that it equals plus 1. So here, you can accept the case where x is minus 5. The case x equals minus 5 is the second x value we need. But here, the part that is often forgotten and must be paid attention to is the case where x is equal to 5. If you substitute 5 for x, you see the following. Substituting 5 for x, the base becomes 0. In the numerator, the exponent also becomes 0. Since both are 0, we get 0 to the power of 0. But I never accept 0 to the power of 0. That's why we can never accept the case where x equals 5 here. In other words, if you write 5 instead of x here, since the indeterminate form 0 to the power of 0 will arise, we cannot accept x as 5. However, here we can find it as negative 5. So, what are the possible values that x can take here? Here, one of the values x can take is 6. The other value here is negative 5. So we can show it as x can take the value 6 and negative 5 here. We couldn't consider the case where x equals 4 here for the following reason. When we substitute 4 for x, the base becomes negative 1, but the exponent is not even. Since the exponent is not even, the result does not equal 1. At the same time, you couldn't accept 5 for x here either. Because when you substitute 5 for x, you get the indeterminate form 0 to the power of 0. The indeterminate form 0 to the power of 0. It is never equal to 1. That's why we couldn't accept this case either. While most of our friends found the solution set to have 4 elements in this question, we actually showed that the real solution has 2 elements. Don't forget to mention in the comments where you made a mistake in this question and how you solved it. In the questions you'll encounter from now on, if the result of the exponential expression equals 1, don't forget to analyze it in 3 steps. Thank you very much for listening to me. See you in the next question. Kisses to you all. Goodbye. Bye-bye.